I'd like to start by introducing our fabulous topic for the day. It's about pursuing your dreams. In a day and age where a lot of millennials are confused, sometimes they feel like they need to go with the one idea they have in their mind. It's about really finding who you are and at any point in life. Joining us today is Alicia Sood. She is not only a dear friend of mine, but she has been a talented makeup artist. Last time she was on our show, she was a successful makeup artist. And today she just came off the MasterChef Canada Season 4 show. So we're going to talk to her a little bit about that, what it was like to be part of Top 9. So welcome, Alicia.
Hey.
Excited to have you on.
Excited to be here.
Great. We also have Taylor as our panelist. Hello.
Hi.
We have Lindsay and Anish. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Lots to talk about, lots of dreams to accomplish. But of course, my show is never, ever, ever successful if it is not without my social media host, Cassandra.
Hi everyone. So again, this show is going to be all about pursuing your dreams. So if you have any question about how you can pursue your own dreams, or if you even have a question for Alicia about being on MasterChef Canada, send us a tweet at NoFilterRogers and we'll be sure to read the tweet on air.
See, my thing is I don't have a question right away for you. I'm a little bit upset because we expected a culinary 5-course meal out today here on the table. We wanted to try your food. Now that it's getting world renowned, we have a little bit of an issue right now. So we're just going to say next time you come on, we expect a little bit of a dining experience.
Rain check, guys. You guys all get a virtual rain check.
Perfect.
We have the space for it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Everything on this table. We gotta put some food on it.
Exactly. Alicia, today almost every single millennial you talk to with mental health coming up or with issues coming up is always talking about, I'm lost in life. Finding my journey is so hard. I don't know what I want to do. You know, I thought I wanted to be an engineer, but somehow I'm not satisfied in that path. Someone like you had a totally different journey. Tell me how you found your love into food. Forget even just the show right now, but how did you find that this is something I think I'm good at and be something that I enjoy?
Well, you know, coming from an Indian background, just in general, we all gather around food. So, you know, I come from a household, we all have very busy lifestyles. So when we finally got the time to spend time with each other, it was surrounded by food. So I slowly, you know, started to get my interest kind of budded from there. And I was really, you know, I started to get interested in it, and I started to travel the world, and then I started to get, you know, ideas, you know, flavor combinations, and then I just started to practice, and then one thing led to another, and then I applied, you know, to the show, and then I made it.
Tell me a little bit about what that was like, your application process, because MasterChef Canada is a Canada-wide show. It is, you know, scouted, they say, from east to west coast of the country. Mm-hmm. How did you go about it? What was your thought process? You know, tell us a little bit about, now that you look at it, leaving the show, how you got to where you did.
Well, you know, lots of practice, and then, you know, a grueling audition process. You know, they had to try my food many times, and, you know, just lots of practice. And then one thing led to another, and I got on the show.
And what was the dish you cooked to get in?
I did a green Thai curry with like a ginger rice and like a sesame shrimp, and they loved it. And I do love to make curry. It's one of my favorite things to make.
Now, before going into cooking, you were in the makeup industry, you were in the beauty industry, you were supporting your parents as an entrepreneur in their business. So when did you kind of say, okay, I like cooking, I enjoy cooking, I sit around the food with my parents, and, you know, we build this connection. I think I can do something out of this. Was it the moment you got selected that you actually then began to believe in yourself, or going and you're like, no, whether people believe me or not, whether, you know, my parents may think I'm just a fun chef at home trying, I know I have something different?
It was a little bit of both, but mostly it was the moment I got selected.
Okay.
Because I was like, okay, like my personality out of thousands and thousands, and my food out of thousands and thousands of people who apply to this show multiple times every season, and they don't even get in. So it was kind of like reassurance for me that, you know what, this could possibly be something that, you know, I can get into.
Okay, very cool. Guys, what's your take on this? Have you guys started off in one idea for career and then thought of moving and sort of been unsure? Because, I mean, she kind of did that, right? She went from a totally different avenue of industry, both creative, but you went all the way from makeup straight to cooking and food, which is sort of a little bit more of a female industry to, I would say, a male-dominated industry, which we'll talk a little bit later about the gender differences. But for you guys, have you guys sort of been in that limbo of trying to pursue and find your passion?
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm still in high school, so I haven't really done much in terms of like a career or anything. But like, I've sort of bounced back and forth between a couple different careers I might want to pursue. I wanted to go into IT and the more like very computer sciencey part of the tech industry, and now I've wanted to more move into broadcasting and making movies, making TV, that sort of thing. So
Do
I
you
guess,
feel that pressure that, okay, everybody like in the millennial age, because if you're in high school and you're seeing kind of people a little bit older than you by a few years, oh, they're all at this, they all look like they're in this position where they're set and ready. Do you feel a little bit like, oh my God, am I going to get there? Am I going to hate it? Am I not going to like what I want?
I mean, yeah, there's certainly that, because growing up it was always, you got to find your thing and you got to go with it.
Yeah.
And growing up I was always like, I don't know what I want to do. And then I slowly started to sort of find where I fit in, and I'm just sort of going with that for now. But if it ends up it's not for me, well, I'll work to something else, I guess.
Lindsay, what about you?
I feel like I'm the type of person that has too many passions and I can't figure out where to settle into. Like, I work with horses, I do the media, I write, I love writing.
Multi-potential.
Yeah, I'm one of those really confused millennials that just wants to do it all.
I was exactly like you. I was exactly like you, honestly.
And I know that because I've known Alicia before, I know growing up you were always like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I like. You like traveling, you like, and that's I think a little bit about where pursuing your dreams comes in, because you liked cooking, you loved eating.
Yeah.
So do I. We're all foodies. I mean, I think this entire round table is a bunch of foodies. Yeah. So you loved cooking, you loved traveling, but you also liked sort of having your own independent space. I remember you said, I don't want to be a job person. It's not for everybody, right? And you couldn't figure out how to align. Those are such different things if you look from far and say, okay, I like food, I like traveling, I like eating, and I don't like being my own boss. Where am I going? Like, if you look at it in that sense,
Yeah.
right? And you kind of took those different aspects of your personality and you put it together. I know very often on your Instagram and social media, you're traveling, and I always ask you, why are you traveling? And you said, you know, I'm trying food. Whether I'm going up to Niagara or Burlington or Mexico or Chile, or, you know, I'm hitting the States, I'm going more to sample food and understand people. So how does food link people together across the world? Because I know it's not just in Canada. Food brings everyone together.
I feel like food is the best way to experience another culture.
Hold that thought, Alicia. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the places you've traveled and what that experience was like.